Yes, and that's totally different. That's a whole other.
That was
bag
different.
Of wax.
That was a whole bag of wax. Yeah. You know what else is a whole other bag and or ball of wax?
What's that?
Hey there, everybody. Welcome back to Pixel It. My name is Kevin. With me, as always, is Phil. On today's show, we're diving deeper into Driver. I could have said driving deeper.
Could have, but
we could have. Yeah.
Does this book really deserve that level of cleverness?
No, it doesn't. I was somebody on our Discord, Josh, with parentheses. He has a YouTube channel. Was talking about that we missed out on a huge joke with in the first episode. Well, the guy's last name is Tanner.
Oh,
he's from San Francisco. Full House references could have abounded.
We missed an opportunity. Yeah,
we missed an opportunity. We'll try to make up to you, Josh, and to you, the listening audience. I take my work very seriously. I'm a man of faith, and I don't know when I'm going to be putting on this headset again. There's a line drive out to left field by Castellanos. I felt like, I had to go there at some point because I know Nick Castellanos is going to be being cut from the Philadelphia Phillies soon enough. If you want to hear more, though, about our Discord, go onto patreon.com/pixelitpod. It's a wonderful website, and you can find our Discord link on there. You can also find it in a number of other places, including below this episode in the description. But patreon.com/pixelitpod, you could go there. You can follow us for free. You can give us $1. That gets you access to the blog post that Phil makes where he talks about his favorite and least favorite horror books that he's reading. $5 gets you access to the bonus episode that we record before every episode. And $10 gets your name shouted out in every episode. To that end, I want to thank And You Are Hiding, Song 85, Jesus Loves You, Kyle Seaman, Ruthless Mutter, Middle of Things, Sigma Sal, Sanguine Flatulence, Chet Beaks, Dumma, Thick, and Friendly Friend. Thank you so much for being a friend. Patreon.com/pixelitpod. Do it today.
Do it today.
Do it today. Yeah, I think we could go ahead and put the body in the marsh.
You know what? We should. We might as well.
We got a lot to talk about with this book.
We do.
We don't have to, but
We don't have to, but we got a marsh. We got a body. Seems like it'd be a waste.
When I tell you to dump a body in the marsh, you dump them in the marsh.
They're going around marshes too, because it's like Louisiana, so there's a lot of bodies and marshes in this book.
That's true.
Especially in this section. I've gone back to writing my notes by hand.
I want to start doing that again because it's pretty satisfying. But God, it takes a while.
It does take a while. So anyway, we're chapter 11. Tanner has Quentin in his car. They arrive and Tanner gets out of the car because they are a man down. They're one muscle man down because they just Sean Shields is nearly dead. Quentin doesn't like that, but the gang makes their way through the marsh towards a dilapidated fishing lodge, and they watch as a drug deal between the LLR and the Colombians goes down. While it progresses a little bit, and then they strike. They go through the fishing lodge. They kill a bunch. Well, they don't kill anybody at first. They just take a bunch of people and zip tie them, hog tie them, and all that. Jericho tries to take one of the guys hostage to get the last Colombian guy to drop his weapon. Instead, both the hostage and the last dude end up dead. The last guy just shoots the hostage, and then Jericho shoots the last guy in the head.
It's like when you start out trying to go light side, in a game, and then something fucks up. You're like, oh fuck it, and just everyone gets killed.
We're going all the way down. So Tanner's not happy about this. They load the score, and there's a moment where Tanner thinks he can hears cars coming, but everybody else is like, "Nah, that's nothing. That's like you're imagining things." And then Julia at some point during this heads to the bathroom, while Tanner goes back to his car and waits. Tanner then puts two and two together that the motors that he's hearing are airboats coming through the bayou. And he starts driving the car back to where the fishing lodge is, and he kicks Quentin out of the car, and he drives back to save Julia. We're in chapter 12 now, and Tanner gets back to the lodge to witness them the bad guys unload on Julia's car, but she is not in it. Lavanche goes nuts, and he tells his guys to search the forest. And then Tanner sneaks into the lodge, and he finds his way to Julia, who accidentally shoots at him and alerts all the guards. And this is like a Metal Gear Solid moment where it's like you spend all this time sneaking through the level, and there's like a gunshot. You accidentally pull the trigger on the gun, and you just hear the whoop. Snake.
It's like, God damn it, and just start over.
Tanner and Julia run and hide in a walk-in freezer, and then Tanner shoots the floor out of the walk-in freezer with his shotgun, and they fall through it and begin crawling through the space that's in between the house and the bog. They take off towards the forest, and the LLR begins shooting at them as they run. Tanner trips and hurts his leg, and Julia helps him get to the road, and then they get to the car, which starts right away, despite it having taken several gunshots. And now we're in chapter 13. Tanner gets back to his apartment and finds Tobias there. Toby moved shields and got him medical help. The cover is that Tanner would handle the body himself. Mm-hmm. They debrief after Tanner takes a shower, and Toby cooks some eggs. They have a real like they could be a cute couple kind of vibe.
I was totally getting that too.
If this was in the 2000s and it's like, ew, gay, you know?
Yeah. Gotta address that immediately, you know? Make them, what? Just put them together. Come on.
Put them together. Come on.
Take a goddamn chance.
Apparently, Powell, the police chief, is happy with the way things are going. They talk about Julia's part in this, and Toby says that Tanner is spreading himself too thin trying to fix people. Then Julia shows up on the fire escape, and Toby hides. Julia comes into the apartment, and Tanner and Julia shake hands, get weirdly flirty, and then go out for a drive.
Go on. Sorry. It's uncomfortable. I'm not
It's
happy.
Uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Not happy. Chapter 14, Julia is driving Tanner's car and is pulling all sorts of tricks and she's pulling all sorts of tricks in the car to his chagrin. She then takes them out of the city, and Tanner has mixed feelings about sitting in the passenger seat. Not because he's a misogynist, but he just doesn't like giving up control.
To a woman.
Toby texts him about reminding him to not tell her that he's a cop. He puts the phone in the glove box. Now, I was like, this is going to come back to bite him, right? He just turned the phone off and he put it in the glove box, and she's going to find the phone and read the texts or whatever.
Right.
No, that's not that. No, don't worry about it.
Nothing that clever. Don't worry. Don't you worry your pretty little heads over it, guys.
Now, you've always called it a glove box, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I was thinking about the song, that Death Cab for Cutie song, where they call it a glove compartment.
Compartment. Oh, yeah. I guess I have heard that. Yeah. But
I guess I've heard that.
Glove box.
I guess glove box doesn't have enough syllables.
I guess not.
For singing a whiny song.
I think I picked it up from a song as well, but it was Outcast, The Offspring's Bad Habit. And their song about shooting people on the highway when you open your glove box, reach inside, and wreck this fucker's ride. So I think that's
the glove compartment is inadequately named, and everybody knows it. So I'm proposing Swift, orderly change. We got to have a song about this, Death Cab.
Similar songs, very similar songs. They've got similar vibes, you know.
Yeah, Death Cab for Cutie and the Offspring. People have said that before.
They've said that. They've said people are always saying it. That people are saying it.
People are always saying it. You got to keep them separated.
Love it.
That was Offspring, right?
Yeah. No, you nailed it. You nailed it.
I was making sure.
Boom! Just fucking nailed it. Knocked it out of the park.
I was thinking, it was like it's either it's one of the two article name bands, the Offspring or the Deftones.
Yeah. No. Yeah, you got it. You got it right. Good.
Yeah, okay. All right. So he puts the phone in the glove compartment. They pull up next to a Jeep at a stoplight. At some point in the text here, the guy calls the Jeep a modern day Mustang. And I don't know if motherfucker's seen a Jeep. He also doesn't say what kind of Jeep it is, because there are a number of Jeeps that I maybe the Wrangler would be kind of like a raceable version of one, but
none of them are modern day Mustangs.
None of them are modern day Mustangs, though.
They don't explain that one, and I think that's unfair.
Yeah,
because I had a lot of questions. Like, what the fuck?
Like, they're against a modern day Mustang. Be like, no, fucking Jeep is not a modern day Mustang. It's not a muscle
good for
car.
certain things. That's not even in the same category. What are you?
Sure, a lot of douchebags drive Jeeps, but I've had Jeeps. I'm not inviting comparisons, though. You know, as comparison is
Mustangs.
To Mustangs. Comparison is the thief of joy.
Don't you guys know that?
Who is that? A Marcus Aurelius thing?
What? Who
comparison is the thief of joy?
All right, we're gonna have to find out.
Yeah, it's attributed.
Looking something up. Time on Pixelit.
Teddy Roosevelt.
Well, I'm seeing a lot of people. I feel like I'm
going to say Teddy Roosevelt said it.
Ew! I got a PragerU bite. Never mind. Forget it. I don't care. I guess it was Teddy. Yeah. No. Yeah. Gross.
All right. Anyway, they start racing because the boys in the Jeep mock Julia and Tanner because she is driving. Julia starts pushing the Challenger to its limits, and Tanner is worried, but she gets the Jeep to swerve into a ditch to avoid a truck. Tanner finally pushes her to answer why she's doing all this, and she admits it's because of her dad. Tanner always liked her dad, and she offers to take him to see him. So, it's her dad. That's why she's doing all this crazy stuff.
That's new. As far as character progression and advancement is concerned, having a character who is affected by their dad, especially a woman, that's neat. I think it's a little weird.
It's a little weird,
but.
I'm going to let him ride with it.
Roll those dice. Come on. Yeah.
Turns out Ernest, chapter 15, turns out he's dead.
Oh, shit.
Okay. Shit.
Well, yeah.
She takes Tanner to Ernesto's grave, and then she says she's going to show Tanner where he was slaughtered. And then she takes him to where her dad died. He was killed during the robbery of the 7-Eleven him and Julia owned. Julia also got a nasty scar on her head from it. She says the man who murdered her dad was the Indian, who she says, she'll only call him by his real name, Andres Scipion. She asks Tanner to help her in her quest for vengeance, and he goes, "You know what? I'm in." They go to a diner for coffee.
I'm in.
You son of a bitch, I'm in. They go to a diner for coffee and talk about how they need to impress the Indian to get his attention. Tanner then has a run-in with some truckers involving some spilled sugar. Really dumb scene. But then he's like, wait a minute, I have an idea upon seeing the trucker's truck. And by the way, it's never cleared up what happened with the truckers.
No.
They're just going to be having his truck now.
Yeah.
We get a point of view scene from the point of view of a man named Ghostbeard, who is at Volvanch's main house as like doing guard duty with a few other people, and Ghostbeard is the only one who's like paying attention, and he hears the cars being stolen, and he's trying to get everybody to like, hey, like something's happening, and everybody's just like, no, go fuck off. And then the cars are all stolen because Tanner and Julia have one of those car transport trucks, and they just load all the cars onto, and the truck drives away, and they're like, Ghostbeard, this is all your fault. You didn't do your job.
This is a new character, by the way.
New character,
new POV character. Didn't know we were still adding those. Okay.
Didn't know we were still adding those. We're in chapter 16. Ghostbeard is called Ghostbeard because he can't grow a beard. So his beard is ghost.
There's too much thought put into that one.
Too clever by a half. And we got hats on hats here.
Right. That's when I was younger. We had friends who had nicknames. Everyone did. And I had a friend whose nickname was Spaghetti. I do not remember his name. He was just Spaghetti. And it was because when we and a group of other people, we're all Army brats. And when we met each other at the YAC, the Youth Activity Center, someone asked him what his name was, and he sarcastically said Spaghetti. And that's just who he was for the next 3 years. Spaghetti. And I don't know. We all moved and maybe he kept that thing going. I don't know, but Spaghetti.
If you're listening, Spaghetti, hi. Do you prefer pesto or
you a bolognese guy? Or?
You're a bolognese guy? We got the red sauce. What do we want? With your sketty. Anyway, the cars give chase to the LLR cars give chase to the truck. And there's a big budget, Fast and Furious action sequence with Tanner on the side of the truck, and he's like releasing a few of the cars from the truck, and they roll off, and they're causing the LLR goons to like crash and swerve and all that stuff. And then he gets back into the cab of the truck, and Julia calls him Indiana Jones, and they're going to head off to show their haul to Jericho. They pull up with the truck, and Tanner gets out of the car, and he says to Jericho that he wants to meet the Indian at now because it's a matter of respect.
Yeah. And I'd like to draw everyone's attention to Kevin's original prediction that the Indian and Jericho were one and the same. So just keep that in your head.
Let's keep that in our head.
Yeah.
The gang is having a party celebrating their big wins over LLM. LLM in this, I just realized it could also be large language models.
That's immediately right.
The name of the gang is LLR. I wrote down LLM. Yeah. I wrote down LLM because I was, thinking about, what it was? It was probably the stupid Larian stuff. That came out today where they're like, we're the CEO's like, I'm pushing AI to be used in the everyday words as a tool.
Damn it. It's just these people. The people you like. You're cool. You used to be cool, man. Like
you used to be cool. Now you're not.
Now you're not.
I like my video game, my horny video games artisanally made.
Exactly. Made by horny human beings.
Yeah.
That's what I want.
Damn it.
No one knows horny like human beings. And AI cannot simulate the warmth of horniness.
It cannot simulate the depths.
No.
To which a human will go to deprave themselves. The depravity.
What does an AI know of these things? Nothing, I
What
tell
does
you.
an
Nothing.
AI know of prostrating themselves in front of the altar of depravity?
Exactly.
I think nothing is what they know.
Nothing.
In fact, if you ask most AIs, they'll be like, I'm not allowed to talk about that.
Yeah, most AI will be like, that's a great question. I'm going to kill myself. And you're like, great, good. Do that.
Good. Bowman takes some time to confront Tanner about the coincidences of Tanner and Julia having known each other back in San Francisco, as well as the fact that Quentin has bailed after the last heist. Tanner warns Bowman to step off. 10 minutes later, Julia finds Tanner and she's acting drunk and dancing provocatively. He doesn't know what she's playing at, but he warns her to stay away from Bowman. Tanner leaves to get his gun from the car. Tanner comes back and he watches Bowman and Julia dance and daydreams plans of knocking him out and saving her, but he has to pee. He has to pee.
I gotta pee, though. I gotta pee.
He's got to pee. Tanner goes to the bathroom to find, and then comes back to find out that she's left now with Jericho. Oh.
Not the dude he thought.
Tanner runs from bar to bar looking for her, but can't find her. She calls him and says, "Why do you think you can replace my daddy?" Tanner finds Julia doing target practice out by the lake. They get into a back and forth about why he's being so protective of her, and the argument gets cut short when Tanner gets a text saying it's his turn and only his turn to meet the Indian. So take note of this beat of them arguing about him being overprotective, because it's about to happen again in like 5 pages. Chapter 18, Tanner is driven by some of the Indians' dudes to one of his houses. When he gets there, he sees Julia there as well as Jericho. She's armed, but Tanner is not. He left his guns at home. Julia and Tanner wait in a room while Jericho talks to the Indian, and the Indian's dogs are barking constantly. And Tanner can see Julia is very nervous. The Indian is a great big fat man. He is just a lot of text, a lot of ink was spilled describing how grotesque the Indian actually is.
A lot. Yeah. They want you to know he is fat, and we are not happy about that.
We are not happy about his fatness.
No.
He is he's definitely some part Indian, as you can tell by the phrenology that we're about to go into, and he's also fat.
Yes, we find out. Oh, and by the way, we do find out. We get it confirmed that this is a Native American Indian as opposed to a Bengali or something like that.
Yes, he is Native American because of his nose,
which is rotting.
Which is rotting from the amount of cocaine that he does.
Yes.
He also seems to have lost his damn mind at some point. Tanner, thinking that Julia is going to do something stupid, causes a distraction by kicking one of the dogs as hard as he can.
Yeah.
And then when everybody's like, and Julia falls into him, he lifts Julia's gun from her and puts it into his pants so that she can't do anything stupid. Phil, how easy would it be to remove what was described as a 45? This is like a wallet.
Yeah.
This isn't a fucking wallet. This is a 45.
This is not a little
as mentioned earlier. Yeah.
Just stuff it in the back of his pants.
It is
a great way to seal your asshole shut with a misfire. That's not gonna make you happy.
It is a 45 Ruger, which I think it's armor piercing. But anyway, it's not a huge gun, but it's also not like, it's not a wallet. You're lifting a gun.
And we're kind of like, also the other detail that we kind of dance over is the fact that he just kicked the shit out of a dog.
Just kick the shit out of a dog,
and there's no consequences. The dog doesn't get angry, or it just makes a loud noise, and everyone it just startles everybody, and that's it.
Yeah. This is very anti-pit bull propaganda here at this point.
Shocking. Absolutely
It's shocking. Absolutely shocking. But all boys are good boys. All girls are good girls. There's just bad owners. So there's really no excuse for Tanner to kick a fucking dog
What the
that
fuck,
is
man?
not actively like doing anything to him. Jesus
it's just
Christ,
not even
man.
a good plan. It's not even a good plan for distraction. Like it's, I know what I'll do for a distraction. I'll kick a dog as hard as I can.
How does no one see this happen?
Exactly. It's so confusing. I literally went back and reread this part several times where I was just like, are we sure that's it? Like, are we absolutely sure that it goes as far as this and no further? Like, oh, okay.
Nobody sees him wind up, take a full ass punt. Not even who's on your lap there.
This is Ripley.
What's that? Ripley?
Come here, fat girl. Ooh.
Oh my God, she's gotten so much thicker.
Yeah, she
is thicker than a Snicker.
She thicker than train smoke.
Good Lord.
Yeah. She's not she has not taken to she's allowed outdoors as well.
Doesn't want to do it though.
Well, she goes out for a minute. And especially if it's warm, she'll sun herself or something like that. But like right now we're dealing with, freezing temperatures. We're dealing with freezing, and Jonesy goes out for hours before he finally comes back in. Ripley will want to go out. It drives me fucking crazy. She paws at the door to be let out. I let her out. 5 minutes later, she wants back in, and then it's 5 minutes later she wants back. It's back and forth and back and forth. And I'm a parent, which means I'm constantly sitting down and standing up anyway. So I don't need that for my cat as well. Yeah. But anyway, she has officially declared herself an indoor cat. She is not interested in that life. She eats, and she demands pets, and she sleeps. That is her thing. And
that's, you know what? That's fine. You got Jonesy. You got Jonesy out there to, kill some birds, and you got Ripley inside to sit on laps.
It's both flavors of cat, really.
Yeah.
Jonesy did bring us another dead shrew about an hour or two ago. He is.
What is he, William Shakespeare? He's really taming those shrews.
Taming nothing. He's killing them dead. I thought at first he was gnawing. Oh shit! Finally, what we've been waiting for. No, I thought that he was chewing off the tails. Turns out it is a breed of shrew called a short-tailed shrew, and their tail's like that big.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, he's killed like at least a half a dozen of them, which probably means there's a dozen more that I haven't seen.
Yeah.
But the good thing about living in the country is that the last time that happened, I just took it and kind of whipped it sidearmed down the front yard. And Emily was home with Graham that day, and she messaged me. She was like, "There are like carrion birds circling out in our front yard." I was like, "There's a dead shrew. They'll take care of it." And indeed, they did.
They did.
They took out, and right around the corner were a pair of bald eagles tearing into a dead deer. I'm not joking.
Oh my God!
It was just. You gotta live in the country. This is better than anything.
Wild stuff.
It's great.
Poor little shrews, though. I mean, I'm sure they're kind of annoying.
I feel I wouldn't know that they were out there if it weren't for Jonesy killing them. So maybe not.
Yeah, there it is. Short-tailed shrews. Just looking at a list of they're part of the red-toothed shrew group.
Yeah.
Yeah, related to common shrews.
He's doing his hey, and now Jonesy, he heard his ears were burning. He's doing his part because they can, get into your food and get into your house and all that stuff. So they're basically a barn cat.
They're basically a variety. They're like a mouse adjacent type of animal.
The same kind of thing.
Yeah.
Venomous, but still.
They're venomous.
I believe shrews are venomous. Yeah.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Jonesy, kill them all then.
Yeah, but he's doing great. He's never been happier. He's living that good life. Hold on, I'm gonna have to look at it. Our shrews. I believe I heard that they are venomous.
Are shrews venomous?
Yes. Particularly the North American short-tailed shrew.
Oh, well, there we go.
They produce toxic saliva to paralyze or kill small prey like insects, mice, and even snakes. Using grooves
toxic.
in their teeth.
They're toxic, not venomous.
No, they are, because they
both.
use grooves in their teeth to deliver the venom. Not dangerous to humans beyond a little pain and swelling.
Okay.
But there you have it. Good job, you ginger menace. I'm proud of you. He's taken to the country life more than any of us, really.
Yeah. Yeah. And it says the man wearing a bolo tie.
That's true.
All right. Anyway, post kicking dog. As they talk to the Indian, Tanner realizes that the Indian can't actually be in charge because he's a lunatic that has no self-control. The meeting ends after Indian does a ton of cocaine. Jericho calls Tanner and Bowman into a room and tells Julia to wait downstairs. And this is where like Tanner starts like staring at Jericho and is like, wait a minute.
Wait a goddamn second.
Jericho tells him there's a mole in the operation. He wants Tanner and Bowman to find him. They got the info from the NOPD officer who sold them the information about the armored truck by way of torture. And Tanner goes, oh, so that's who was in the cage that I saw. There's just a guy in a cage. Jericho sends Bowman out of the room and then gives Tanner a punishment task for the car thefts because there's a hierarchy in this thing, and he can't just do things on his own. He has to deliver a BMW to someone for a kickback. The way it's framed here is that it's a zoning officer that's been helping them out, and he's like, "Yeah, I got to get it there by a certain time." This is a video game ass mission.
It's true. It's true. Like this is actually, as far as games adapted into books, this is not bad in terms of its in terms of how bad it can be. But this kind of shit pops up, and you're like, oh yeah, right. This is a video game.
Yeah, and this book is not the story of this book isn't in any of the games, I don't think.
No, it's between the first and the second game, right?
It's kind of like I think it's just like a carryover, like a transportation story. I don't know. Right. I'm not wording good right now. It's been a long week.
It happens. It's Lemonade Tuesday.
Tuesday. Thank you for returning. Seriously, though.
Seriously, I'm tired.
Chapter 19, Tanner and Toby meet at the reptile house again for a debrief. Tanner is shaken that Jericho is the real man in charge. Toby doesn't really believe him, though, for some reason. Tanner lays out all the facts. Jericho has never said anything incriminating on tape, and Tanner gets Toby to agree to talk to Powell about shifting focus to Jericho. As they leave the reptile house, Julia is there. Tanner makes up a story about how Toby is an ex-cop who is his backroom support guy. Julia has the same beat as they had at the lake. So remember, like, a couple scenes ago when she was yelling at him, like, you're not my daddy. She does this again now in front of Toby.
Yeah. And
this book is 410 pages long.
Yeah. This is around the time that I started thinking somebody wanted this to be 400 pages long, as opposed, because these books typically are about 300 on the nose. We read a lot of roughly 300 page books.
We read a lot of 300 page books, and suddenly we got a 400 page book, and we're wondering why. This is it's fucking Driver.
The last franchise you'd expect to have more than 300 pages. And I don't know whose idea it was, but I'm bored.
But I'm bored. Here's what I would say. You could have deleted the first one where he's out looking for her, and then he just doesn't find her. And then the next day he sees her at the with Jericho at the Indian's place. Could have just done that.
Sure.
And then leave this one in. But they did both. So we really know she's disappointed in Tanner.
Right. so really know it. Really
just
driving it home.
Anyway, he's like, Tobias is going to help us. And she's like, he's a fucking cop. And he's like, an ex-cop. Everybody has a second act to their lives. And then she walks away in a huff, and Tanner goes to Tobias and be like, I think she bought it.
I think we nailed it.
And then Tobias is like, the stuff with Julia has made it way too personal. You got to be more careful. Right. Also, a double beat for Tobias of him. He's already said this like thrice. Julia confronts Toby in the parking lot about Tanner. He said, and then she's like, is he a good man? And Toby's like, no, he's a good man. And she's like, all right. And she leaves. And then we get a moment where it seems like somebody is spying on Julia and Toby by somebody in a Camaro. Tanner gets the keys to the lockup from Bowman and grabs the BMW. And he picks up Quentin on the way. He told Quentin that he would, Quentin, who hasn't left yet because he got spooked. He's like, all right, Quentin, I'll just drive you out of town. I got to go out of town anyway. Drop this car off. They drive the car out of town. And while they're at a gas station, Tanner gets a call from Toby. And Toby's like, listen, you're not going to believe it, but here's who the car is actually going to. And he gets in the car, and Quentin's like, dude, I think I just figured out who this car is going to. And Tanner's like, yeah. And they start driving down the road, and Tanner's like, you know what? Let me just check. And he goes into the, because the car has been driving weird all night. He opens up the trunk, and we're like, oh, there's a big old bomb in the trunk. And the car's recipient is Lavanche. So
shock me.
Yeah. Touch me. This whole segment reads like nonsense because how the fuck does Quentin figuring out who it's going to?
Quentin he's been telegraphed as like, is that the right term? It doesn't matter. He has been set up as an idiot this whole book, and suddenly he's the clever guy.
Yeah.
Okay.
And why does Toby know where the car is going to? Where is this information coming from? It's just like, for a book that over explains every fucking detail. Yeah. The book literally cuts from Tanner receiving the call from Toby to him knowing that it's going to Lavanche, and then 20 minutes later, him figuring out there's a bomb in the trunk.
Yeah.
Anyway, chapter 20. Tanner takes a photo of the bomb and he sends it to Tobias, and then Tobias responds, don't use your cell phone around the bomb because it could be set off by a cell phone.
That's how they work.
Tobias is like, we're going to get a bomb disposal unit out to you, and we're going to evacuate the club that the car is headed to. And Tanner says that would blow his cover. And instead, Toby, you need to you need to tip off Lavanche.
And people can't know.
And people can't know that it was you. Anonymous. There we go. Tanner gets pulled over by some patrol cops. He nearly talks them out of being stupid, and then one of them wants to open his trunk. By the way, Tanner, if you're being cop, doesn't know the law all that well. He doesn't have to open the trunk.
No. They don't have a warrant. They don't have
reasonable suspicion.
Anybody who's listened to the song 99 Problems knows this. Yeah. So why is an undercover cop missing it? It doesn't make any sense.
You do not have to let the cops, the fucking cops, into your fucking car. All right? Mm-hmm. Just don't do it.
You don't have to, and you shouldn't.
You shouldn't. Don't let them in your house.
Even if you don't have shit. Even if you don't have shit, don't do it.
Not with green eggs and ham either.
Nope.
No. Don't let them into any. You don't have to let them into your workplace.
Nope.
Cops or ICE, unless they have a warrant. And not one of those fake ass ICE warrants from immigration court. Those aren't real warrant. They're not allowed in with those warrants. No, they need a real warrant. And I know this is going to get the podcast flagged for being terrorist supporting or something like bullshit like that.
Something
but,
like that. Yeah.
Unless there's a warrant, just say no.
Yeah.
And if they're putting you under arrest, ask for your lawyer and shut up.
Yeah. Pixelit's official motto is "Come back with a warrant."
Come back with a warrant.
We're going to translate it into Latin and put it under our coat of arms.
We really should.
We really should. And you can put it on stuff because cops can't read. So it works out fine.
Works out fine.
Yeah.
Oh God. I'm gonna find out what the official translation for that would be. And then
we gotta do it. Yeah.
I'll get hot cider on that.
Yeah.
We get another Ghostbeard scene about how the LLR folks are getting ready to chase Tanner from because they got news. Oh, by the way, I forgot to mention Tanner trips one of the cops, takes his gun, points it at the other one, tells them that he's an undercover cop and that you're fucking up his spot, and then he handcuffs the two of them together. We got to get a Ghostbeard segment about how the LLR folks are getting ready to chase Tanner because they got an anonymous tip. Then we get a back and forth perspective action sequence that culminates in a game of chicken. Tanner tells Quentin to jump out of the car as they're about to collide, and the bomb goes off, and all the LLR guys, except for Ghostbeard, who jumped, are killed, except for Ghostbeard, who jumped out of the car as well, and he just limps down an alleyway. That is the end of chapter 20. That scene that I kind of just breezed through is like 5 pages long of
that's a quick one.
Bullshit back and forth Ghostbeard point of view stuff. Phil, what are you thinking so far?
I'm just glad Ghostbeard's okay. I know, Spirit Goatee is my favorite character in the book so far. And Wraith
Spirit Goatee.
Yeah, and he's
if he died, he would have become the Holy Ghostbeard.
Right. Yeah, exactly. So we know it maybe that's what he needs. Maybe that's the climax. That's the thrilling climax. This book is so padded, and it's just getting sillier. It started out where it's like, okay, this is a product of its time. This is a just a common as bathwater kind of fucking cop action race car kind of thing. It's Too Fast, Too Furious.
Right.
And that's fine. It's just not terribly interesting to me personally. And then as it goes, it just starts losing pieces. Things start to fall off it, and it starts making less and less sense. This is also the section where we got some terrible slurs thrown in. Randomly. We got a bundle of sticks thrown at us, which
we got a bundle of sticks thrown at us.
Yeah, which that ain't cool. So anyway, it's I think its greatest sin still though is that it's just dull. It's this. You can always tell how boring a book is by how you and I get off track all the time, but it's always that much worse when it's a dull book, and this is a dull book.
It is a dull fucking book. The character is bland as fucking bathwater.
Yeah. The only thing I will say for it is this writer is good at, I don't know if they've written them or they're choosing them. The similes and metaphors they throw in are pretty terrific. What was the one I wrote down? I told you about it. Eyes like a widow's buttons.
Eyes like a widow's buttons.
I love that.
Yeah. There's a lot of good little descriptive licks of prose in this book. Just they're sandwiched between just some of the most boring character moments in the world.
Oh, it's so dull.
It's so dull. Like, we never get an explanation as to why Julia is pretending to be drunk. Sure don't. I just don't get it.
I'm going to tell you one thing. I'm going to tell you one thing. If he ends up with Julia at the end of this, I'm gonna fucking lose my shit.
He knew her as a child.
And it's just more evidence of the whenever you hear a guy say, I see her like a sister, 9 times out of 10, he is fucking lying. That is just, it's so gross. It's so weird. And I'm if they get together, man, Phil's not going to be happy about that. And
Phil is not going to be happy about that.
Shit's fucked up when Phil starts speaking in the third person.
Shit's fucked up. Yeah. This book's bad, and you should all feel bad for listening to us talk about it.
Yeah. You are now what's the word?
You're complicit.
Culpable. You are now. Yes, exactly. Yeah, you're part of this now. Suck it up, Buttercup. We're all in this together.
Yeah. Oh, Buttercup. Rob Reiner.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Rob Reiner died. Everybody. Yeah. He was a man of many talents. He was a cool guy. We loved him. Yeah. We're Rob Reiner fans over here.
Oh yeah.
You know, Princess Bride. Even some of his weaker works. I would say, because I would say The Bucket List is probably a weaker Rob Reiner movie, but it established a term that people use to this day.
True.
It really popularized the term the bucket list. So, R.I.P. Rob Reiner. You would have hated Driver Nemesis.
It's true. Boy, he would have not. Yeah, he would. But he would have had fun making fun of it with us.
Yeah, he would have. He would have.
Yeah.
Phil, what are you playing? Don't even have it in me to do the voice.
You know what?
Just
fuck it. Yeah, let's just get on.
Let's just get out. Let's get out of this and go into what are you playing?
Yeah, I played a bunch of demos. I'm still playing Knights of the Old Republic. It still holds up so well. I'm really enjoying myself with that one.
Nice.
Yeah, it's the end of the year. I don't have to keep playing games that came out this year. It's my little treat to myself. I'm gonna
treat.
Play my KOTOR. It's great. But I did play a bunch of demos. A few of them were like fine, and one of them was really, really good. So the first one was Never Looted Dungeon, which was recommended to us. Who recommended this to us? John Klein on Blue Sky recommended this one to us. It is a dungeon crawler, is the idea, and it's got this kind of self-aware sense of humor. You are just another anonymous adventurer making your way through this dungeon, watching out for traps and that sort of thing. Do you mind? Cat's digging around in the boxes. Do you need more attention? Is that what this is? Jackass.
Jackass.
Anyway, he is. It's a what's the word? Not procedural. Immersive sim. There are lots of ways to do things. It was fine. It's fine. It's clever. It's got its own level of cleverness. There is, again, a very self-aware sense of humor to it. Like, there are signs that are like lit up with neon lights and they're like, the treasure is this way, and it's which I got a kick out of.
Sure.
That was fun. It was fine. I was okay with it.
Never Looted Dungeon, you said?
Never Looted Dungeon. Yeah. Worth a whirl, especially because I know how much you like immersive sims. So you might get more out of it than I did. I played the demo for Vastophobia. This
Fear of big.
Yeah, that's the idea. And this is one of your back rooms games. The liminal tile wall backrooms thing, which that is just not for me. Not in the sense that it scares me, quite the opposite. I guess I could look at it because you're walking through the halls, and every now and then there will be a spooky artifact or something, which I thought was neat.
Right.
But eventually they started adding so much to it that it was definitely a hat on a hat moment, where it was just like, oh, if you think this liminal thing is spooky, wait until we add this, and then we'll add this, and it just kind of loses its
things. Here's some back room for you,
Yeah, it loses some of its initial charm, and when it's just because I played a Backrooms game earlier this year, the demo of it, and I still didn't get the appeal. Well, all right, let me put it this way: it doesn't work for me.
I played one of them Backrooms.
Yeah, back in the day, from the Backrooms. We had to live it. It doesn't do anything for me.
I got locked in a mall overnight.
I mean, those were the plot lines for our movies growing up. So yeah.
Yeah, actually, I was just thinking of Chopping Mall. Yeah.
Way more robots than you'd expect. So
it's a good
robots.
movie. If you've never seen it, Chopping Mall is a movie about some teens who get locked in a mall overnight, and the mall has a new robot security guard that gets struck by lightning and now is killing, hence the chopping. So
it's a little weak. So anyway, so it's not the Backrooms thing is not it doesn't affect me in the same way that I've seen people. It really does fuck with them, but I get it. Like, I can look at this and look at it and go, oh, I see what it is. I see what it is that's frightening people, and I respect it. But like I said, this one just kind of like keeps going and adding and adding and adding until it's a ship of Theseus kind of situation. It's like at a certain point, like, what are we doing here? It might be worth a look for some people if you're into the Backrooms thing. It's worth a look. It's a little indie developer called Beyond Reason. They've got a game coming out at some point called Planet Prospector. So it might be worth a look. It's got positive reviews. Fine, totally fine. Played a demo for Nova Roma. It's a city builder. You're a bunch of people who left Rome after it was sacked for the final time, found a little island, and you got to build your own city. It's just every indie city builder you've ever played with a little taste of ancient Rome. And I think the one thing that I noticed that was a little different is you build temples like you would in Civ or anything else.
Sure.
But you actually have to choose different gods to dedicate.
Okay.
You don't just pick one who's a patron deity. You choose different gods for different temples, and they give you quests. And
so you got your Jupiter, you got your Mercury,
you got Neptune. It's all of that, and very cool. I think that's neat. But otherwise,
by the way, I think it's fucking lame that we named the planets after the Roman names of
the copycats.
The copycats.
Yeah,
like
it is.
What
totally
are we doing
lame.
here?
It's totally lame. It's
totally lame.
It's lame.
Because in historic, like in everybody's mind, it's the Greek names. And they're like, what's Jupiter? And you're like, oh, it's like when Rome stole the religion from Greece and just like changed your homework, like copy my homework, but change it up so you it doesn't look like it's copied.
They just filed the serial numbers off. It's because it was never about the religion to them. It was just like, we need a religion. Thanks.
I guess we need a religion. We're gonna plug this one in.
Exactly. We'll take that one. People seem to enjoy that one.
Yeah.
So it's fine. Again, it's got kind of a cool low poly kind of style to it. It's pretty fine. Whatever.
Sure.
But then I played the demo for a game called I'm on Observation Duty 8.
I've seen people play the earlier Observation Duty games.
Okay. This was news to me. I had never heard of this franchise. I'd certainly never played it. For anyone who doesn't know what I'm talking about, you are on observation duty, and you've got several screens that you can flip between. At first, I was thinking like, oh, I'm getting kind of Five Nights at Freddy vibes because it's a similar kind of thing. You're clicking between different screens and stuff, but it's a missing object game. You have to keep an eye out for anomalies in the area, and you have to remember, okay, I'm pretty sure there were 5 mouse traps there instead of the 6 there are now. And sometimes it is as subtle as that, and sometimes it's super not subtle. It's very
like you
obvious.
suddenly click the camera, and there's like a ghastly man just standing in the room staring, and you're like, well, that's an anomaly.
Yes. I'm gonna have to report that one. It's terrific, and it's well done. It's scary. It's kind of funny. It's got a funny sense of humor. And it's just something. It's really easy to get really wrapped up in it, and just kind of if you go too long, you lose. You can't. You have to. Those anomalies are there, and if you don't notice them fast enough, it's game over. And it's really engaging. I was just leaning forward going, okay, all right, and going through it, and every now and then I'd get something like, Jesus, okay, that was okay, cool. That's fine. It's not so bad. And this might be the first game I've ever seen, first like hidden object / missing object kind of game that has boss fights. They have managed to implement that. I don't know if they did it in the other ones because, as Kevin mentioned, and as the name suggests, this is the 8th I'm on observation duty. They have been putting these out, I think, one a year for 8 years, and I am flabbergasted that these are not bigger. They've got all the right pieces of like indie goodness. It's got some jump scares, but I don't think they're cheap jump scares. I think they're well used. It's got a vibe to it. It's got a creepiness to it, and it's funny. It's got an actual funny sense of humor too, and I think that's fucking sick. I was really, really impressed by this demo. In fact, I just did the fucking Steam year-round wrap-up thing, and the demo for this game was my top game played in December. So that tells you something. I was really impressed. It's one of those rare demos that I'm like, I think I actually am going to pick up the full game for this because it's pretty cool, and I think I'm glad to hear that people are, obviously it's got a level of success. They've been making this many of them, but they deserve more flowers than that.
I know Markiplier used to play them.
Okay, good.
Yeah,
this is great. Maybe it's just that I'm an old man and I don't watch Twitch streams or something, but the fact that I'd never heard of this surprised me, and maybe it's just because I'm old, and that would be acceptable. I can live with it.
That's an acceptable answer.
It is absolutely a cromulent answer, a perfectly cromulent answer. But that's me. I'm looking at some games, some old games that I haven't gotten to play. I'm at that point in the year where I'm like, ooh, I never finished Outlast 2, or something like that. So I'm at that point. So I'm looking at, I never played Resident Evil 0. I might be getting into that one.
Getting that.
Because all the talk about the upcoming Resident Evil, I'm like, oh, itchy. Gotta get
itchy, tasty.
Gotta get my Resident Evil on. What about you, Kevin? What are you playing?
First, let me just mention the Observation Duty bundle is available on Steam for all the games 1 through 8 is on Steam for $47.92 right now. You could buy 8 games for the cost of 1 game. So if you're into that stuff, there it is.
That might be worth it. Yeah.
But they seem to put out 1 a year because the first one came out in 2018 or something like that.
So that makes sense.
Yeah.
And they've just slowly increased a little bit in quality and that kind of thing over the years.
They're building over the years,
Right.
And
but
it's like they hit something that is like, oh, okay, people like this, and it's relatively they can crank out one of these a year, you know?
Yeah, and that's just it, and that's perfect. That's great. Clearly, there's a lot of love put into these.
Yeah,
and so they're using the correct amount of time, I think.
Right.
Loved it. Would report a strange muscle-bound man pissing off a dock who wasn't there before again.
So what I've been playing is I went ahead and I bought Marvel Cosmic Invasion.
Okay.
Because it's so much fun. I'm really liking it. I've actually been mixing up the characters with each level just because I have been trying to get like there's like little sub quests that you can get for each character on each level if you're taking certain ones. So like one level is like you're on a shield helicarrier and it's like, okay, you got to take Captain America and Iron Man for that one. And then one of them is Savage Lands. So you got to take Wolverine and Storm for that. So it's a lot of fun though. I'm enjoying it. It's, you know, I love a beat 'em up. I'll take a side scrolling beat 'em up pretty much any day of the week just because they're fun.
Hell yeah.
So Marvel Cosmic Invasion, doubling your recommendation of it after you played the demo.
What else? Of charm in that.
Lot of charm. Very, very lovely graphics, lovely pixel art. Really pulls on my nostalgia because it reminds me of playing the X-Men arcade game back when I was a kid, just pumping quarters into it. I remember we used to go to this like it was like one of those action zones with like wall climbing and stuff like that. It had a little arcade, and I remember it having the full six panel version of X-Men the arcade game. So you could get six. So it had 3 screens, and you could get 6 people on the controllers at one time.
Wolverine, Colossus, Nightcrawler, Storm, Dazzler. Who am I leaving out?
Cyclops, right?
Cyclops, right?
Yeah.
Right. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
That was an interesting team. Dazzler. Getting Dazzler.
Yeah. I think it might have been the time period. It was the 80s. It was
the 80s. They were really pushing Dazzler.
in those days.
And then they pivot to, in terms of like the light powered X-Men superhero, they really pivot hard to Jubilee as we move into the 90s.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah. So been playing that. It's a lot of fun. I am close to finishing Routine.
Great.
And it is just a lovely game. I don't understand the story, but I'm not sure that matters. Sometimes you're playing a game and the story is a lot less. I'm saying it's like less coherent, but this is not in a negative way. It's just like one of those, how Signalis was one of those games where the story was like, what?
Right.
That I think that meant something. And you can go on YouTube and you're like, shit, yeah, it meant something because it was referencing X, Y,
I was just going to say that. Yeah, you play it and you're like, I better hop onto YouTube and find some think pieces because I've got something here. There's going to be some comparison to make.
There's going to be some comparison in my story about lesbian robots.
Right.
And I gotta find it. Routine has similar things where there will be like weird time skips where you'll do something and then your character will like black out and wake up somewhere else, and you're like, oh, okay, I'm in a different part. I don't know how I got here, but I'm just carrying on. I'm at the very end. I'm in the last chapter of the game. I literally saved it right before coming on here to do the show, and I think I'll be finished either tonight or tomorrow. But Routine. If you missed my spiel about it last week, it is a Alien Isolation like game. You are going around a spooky space station, a lunar base, and there are creatures on the base that you can't kill. You can only hide from them. You can stun the robots. The other things you just have to run away from or hide. So that's I like a good stalker enemy.
Fuck yeah.
Because one of my favorite horror games, I'm saying it right now, one of my favorite horror games right now is Amnesia: The Bunker. I've been thinking on this for a long time, and it's just you against one stalker enemy the entire game. So when a stalker enemy is done well, I'm totally for it. I won't say it's done like perfectly in routine, but it's good enough that you're able to just you're able to hear him, and you're able to figure out where he is, depending, with some tells. So routine, Marvel Cosmic Invasion. I'm still plowing through Hades 2. Did I mention I beat Power Wash Simulator 2? I did. I beat it.
You did,
I beat it for now. I know there's always they have missions that they roll out later, and then they have DLC over the years that they'll be rolling out. But the main quest has been beaten in Power Wash Simulator 2. And that is it. I've been considering playing Dispatch again, just to see if I can do better on some of the quests, and maybe get some of the things that some of the achievements that I haven't unlocked. But aside from that, that's it. That's what I've been playing.
Nice.
So to that end, I want to thank everybody for listening. If you're watching on YouTube, go ahead and hit that like button, hit subscribe. It really helps us out. Leave us a comment on YouTube or Spotify, or Apple Podcasts. Shout us out from the rooftops. Go out there and say, hey, these guys are cool. Yeah, and handsome. You should listen to them. And they're handsome.
Yeah, they're handsome. And they're intelligent.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good night.
Bye.